I don't know what to say. You were on the program. We looked at a lot of footage, and you described in great detail what you were doing. And then I like you. I begged you, please be careful. And I know that you are careful. And then something, I guess, this last time around went very wrong. What happened?
Momentary lapse in judgment. I basically was aiming for some balloons and...
Aiming for balloons. What were the balloons doing there?
They were targets.
Where were you? Just paint the picture for us. Where were you? You did a jump, and what were you trying to...
I was in South Africa, and I was filming for HBO, and we were jumping off of Table Mountain, which is a jump that almost killed me 10 years ago. And basically, I went back to kind of, conquer that demon that was so terrifying for me because I had a really bad experience.
Right. Always unnecessary, by the way.
Of
course. When you have a terrifying experience, walk away and never go back. That's my rule.
Well, we have different ideas on it.
But yours, like, that was horrifying. I almost died. I must return.
Basically, that's how I see it. So I did go back, and I did 5 jumps that went perfect. Okay. And they went so well that I decided, let's, do a little further and deeper. And then we put up balloons for me to hit. And
you put balloons up on strings, and then you try and touch the balloons. And how far are the balloons off of the surface of the rock?
Ordinarily, they're about 6 feet high. But on this one, my friend Joby jumped first, and when he flew over them, he blew the balloons with his air, and one of them flew lower and got hooked on rocks. And from where I was standing, I saw the 2 sets of balloons, and I decided to go for the lower one because I thought it'd be more challenging.
And you were correct.
Yes.
It was more challenging.
It was way more challenging.
So tell us, we'll look at the crash in a second, which I'm sure must be fun for you. What happened? What part of your body? You go in, and the balloon is much lower than it should be.
Yes.
How fast are you going?
I'm doing about 120 miles an hour.
And all you're wearing is this flight suit?
Yes. No pads, nothing.
No pads, nothing. Yeah. And we're talking very hard rock here. This isn't
solid granite.
This is not Candyland. This is not a marshmallow mountain.
No.
Because I do all my base jumping on Candyland and just fall into fudge. What part of your body, what happened? So what part of your body hit the rock?
I'm flying, and basically in order to do the flight that I was trying to do, because the balloon was so low, I basically lean over and generate speed.
Yes.
And I use that speed to then create lift as I plane out. And I actually, because the balloon was so low, I had to fly between a boulder field. So there were these boulders, and I was flying between the boulders as I was coming to get the actual balloon. And as I was coming between the boulders, my left foot clipped one of the boulders, and then it drugged me into the ledge. And there was basically a flat granite ledge that the balloon was sitting basically on, and I impacted the ledge at the waist. And as I impacted the ledge, I just skipped off the rock, and it was bad.
Yeah, and your first thought was...
Well, my first thought was that I was dead, that I was going to die.
You really did think that you were dead?
100%. It was, I didn't think, I pretty much knew. Like, I knew water's wet and I knew the sky's blue. I knew I was dead. I knew that my legs were crushed, that I was going to bleed out and I was going to die. I was 100% sure.
All right, let's take a look at this accident. This is your point of view, obviously, or this is a camera that's attached to you.
Yeah,
and we're going to see you get way too low, and then you're going to clip the rock and crash.
Yeah.
And now you're knowing you're going to crash.
Yeah. Well, I have to keep flying. If I had deployed my parachute too soon, I would have impacted the top and died. So I actually had to regain, continue flying over the ledges until I got to an area where I could actually open a parachute.
Okay, what were your injuries?
I ended up, it actually turned out not being so bad. I thought it was going to be way worse, but it ended up just being 2 broken ankles, a broken fibula, a torn ACL, and I opened up a massive gash in my shin that was so spread that they had to use skin grafts in order to close it up.
Nothing.
Actually...
I do difficult interviews all the time. I got hurt. No, I mean, I was totally being an ass.